Hello, everyone. Welcome to this press conference for the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Would you please welcome with me now that celestial hybrid empath mantis, Palm Clementiev. Groot himself, Vin Diesel. Writer and director, James Gunn. Peter Quill, alias Star-Lord, Chris Pratt. Martial arts master Gamora, Zoe Saldana, and the incredible Nebula, Karen Gillan.
All right. So first of all, you know, not to change the subject, but obviously we all went through the pandemic. And I want you all here to know how much we really appreciate that you guys have come up and are entertained by us and care about us enough to come from wherever you're coming from and celebrate this final film in this trilogy. So an applause to all of you.
There's one message I would like to say first. I'm Groot. That's going to say, I love you guys.
He just said bad stuff about you.
No.
I understand the language, and he's saying really nasty stuff about you.
About me?
About you specifically.
Wow.
No, he actually said all of us are pretty cool, but Chris Pratt's a dork.
You really? Muhammad, that was.
That's what
I mean.
he said.
Okay.
So
I
rude.
agreed with you.
Yeah, he's like, well, gotta say it, man.
This is a nightmare.
I love you guys.
And I think that this movie, it was important to really be raw with it. You know, the characters, I love these characters. I think they're beautiful. I think that Rocket's story is the heart of this trilogy for me. And so to be able to tell that story fully, it does have some more brutal elements to it, because I don't want to shy away from that. But I'm also really careful not to show everything. I think that a lot of the things that are brutal in the movie are actually things that are in your mind as opposed to what you see. You know, it's the idea of things as opposed to what we actually see on screen. So.
And I know that we're all willing to share certain elements of it, but to us, at least to me, that to me is the real magic of being able to do this job. I mean, I love the fact that the movie gets to come out and that the world is going to be seeing it, and the journey of getting there. On a lot of films, it's not great. On a lot of films, you have assholes you have to deal with. You have a bunch of problems. People are fighting behind the scenes, and you would never know that. It's not the case with this film. The relationships between each of the people has been, to me, the most the most enjoyable aspect of playing this character. The bonds that I have with James Gunn, just doing bits nonstop, you know, constantly making ourselves laugh and being on, even if literally no one else is in the room. Like, it's a nonstop thing. Getting to know each of these people, seeing their children being born, attending their weddings, being a part of their lives in a real way. That's an extraordinary thing that we get to do, and kind of rare, I think, because there's not a lot of jobs that put you into the pressure cooker situation to create strong relationships between people. It's a crucible in which you're going to forge very tight bonds with people.
They're about opening ourselves up. They're about the way we close ourselves off, maybe due to selfishness, maybe due to our own experiences in life that haven't been so great, whether they're traumatic or just negative experiences, and how we use those as either an excuse or just something deeply embedded in us not to open up to our fellow human beings. And this is a movie about this group of outcasts up here, who they play outcasts in the movie, and some of us are outcasts. Most of us up here are outcasts, except for Chris, who's had a charmed life and really easy life. You know, so but yeah, so that's really what this is. That's what this series of films is about, and it was really important to me. The reason why I chose to do this movie and to come back and do this movie is because I felt like a deep, deep need to finish Rocket's story. And that's what brought me to do it.
I mean, I didn't actually know. I wasn't sure that I was going to become a fully fledged Guardian, actually. Like, James had told me that this character was going to evolve in all these amazing ways, but like, I didn't realize I was going to be a Guardian. And then we were filming, you know, this movie, and I got to wear the uniform. We did like the obligatory slow motion walking shot to cool music, and I felt cool, and I felt like a guardian, and I was like, oh my god, I've graduated.
Wow.
If you don't,
Besides,
it's okay.
je suis Groot.
Yeah,
Non, non,
Je suis content.
Je s'appelle Groot, c'est ça? Je s'appelle Groot.
no,
Je s'appelle Groot.
Je s'appelle Groot.
Yeah.
all right, we got friends.
Okay.
That's a good start.
Anyone add, Chris?
Io sono Groot.
Io sono Groot.
Ich bin Groot.
Ich bin Groot.
Ich bin
Give
Groot.
me some other ones.
Just
Anything
I
you
am
want to add,
That's the
James?
Scottish one.
don't know. Got it.
And
Dude's got it.
Scottish, what is it?
I am Groot.
I am Groot. I like that.
Knowledge. He's an incredibly empathetic person. He cares deeply about people. He cares a lot about animals, and he's really fucking weird. And so that's like helpful because he's a misfit himself. So when he's creating a story about misfits, he knows the heart of a misfit. He wants to tell the story in the heart of a misfit. Him and his brother Sean. He's been torturing his brother Sean on screen since they were kids. And you look at the dedication that Sean has to playing Rocket. This is an incredibly unsung hero of our show. He gets very little credit. His face isn't on the work. His voice isn't in the work. And yet every single fucking day he shows up, he puts real passion in it. When he's crying tears, they're real tears. He's down on his hands and knees playing this character in a way that they would do for free. They happen to do it for a lot of money because they're worth it, but they would literally do it for no money because it's what they've been meant to do.
That's amazing.
I think I didn't want to get in her way. Obviously, I was missing the old Gamora. We're creatures of habit. We like what we're used to. But in order for me to be this new character, I really needed to not get in her way. And I needed to understand that her path is her own. And so that kind of, it was hard. It was hard because, but using also that bittersweetness, that knowing that this was the last time for Gamora and knowing that this is possibly the last time for the Guardians, and just allowing that melancholy to be there was fun, was fresh. And also she's crazy. There's a crazy side to Gamora that I just felt like, oh, you're definitely somebody that I may want to hang out with now.
Anyway, did I take anything? I accidentally took a pair of socks by accident. I still have them and I still wear them, but they're not really like Nebula. They're like underneath the costume. So that's not interesting at all. Sorry.
I take socks all the time and underwear.
You take underwear?
Yeah, just steal it. Why would I give it back? It's weird to give it back anyway, no?
Yeah, I guess they're not going to use it again, hopefully.
Or maybe they could, but that would be weird too.
Well, listen, thank you so much to all of you. It's been such a pleasure to have you with us here in Paris. We're so sorry we're all out of time, but let's give them a big round of applause.
Thank you.
Thank you,
you
guys.
so
Thank you
much.
so much. Really, thank you.